You're not even going to answer me, huh? Yeah. Fine, let's put up.
I didn't hear you.
I said, what happened to the Haunted Mansion league?
It got scared away. Guess I should turn my camera
Now
on.
everybody saw who's in here already. You've already effed it up.
Yeah, but unless I go back and play it over, I made y'all go away real quick. So they're not going to remember. So hi, everybody. Welcome to Fowl Territory 259. I am your cordial host, Gizzard Gary. And it is Friday, April the 12th. So welcome, one and all, to the show. Yeah. Let's get this weekend started, shall
Really
we?
big.
Really big
show.
Yes, right. We got some people in here, believe it or not, and they're expecting a really big show. So let's say hello to Ron, 2A Matters, and Kingpin, and Burnaby Sanchez is out there. Ron Wayne in the audience. Our Tech and Daughters is out there. And we have Boomstick Revenge. We have Garage Guy 879. We have Fluffy 10mm Jeep Guy. And we have Misty Mrs. Wayne out there. All right. So we have, I haven't seen PA Reloader in a while. Or Paul Reloader, I believe Obi calls him. But welcome. Going down the list, we have Chessboard out there. And we have Hillbilly Up out there and in here. And we have Woods in the audience. We have Obnoxious 1 out there and in here. And
Never heard of her.
I haven't either. We have Defense Dad C and Gun People. All right. We have Jacob S. out there in the audience. We have Guns in Barbecue out there and in here.
Sounds fake.
Yeah, he is fake. We have Mr. Bob Dobalina. Mr. Bob Dobalina is out there. Dale Pogue is in the audience. And we have Misha in the audience. And Gun Websites out there and in here. So, we got quite the menagerie already out there waiting for us. And 223 DMR just jumped in. If I missed anybody, hold your hand up out there in the audience or send me a text or whatever and say, hey, you missed me. What the heck? It's possible. It's possible. But you know who I won't miss? And that is my panel, my stellar panel. And here they are. Just like that. And we have Minnie Wayne out there in the audience. And we have some guy, I think his name is Cheeseburger Jonathan Burger. Hey, you missed me. What the heck? Oh. Well, hi, Jonathan.
Sounds like an ass.
Could be very much. All right, so let's meet tonight's panel, shall we? Because we can't have a show without a panel after all. So, the first item up for bids is my co-host with a co-most who claims to not be engaged in a business. He is, of course, from the state of North Carolina. He is the sunshine that brightens our day, the oracle of knowledge, the voice of reason, and the man of orange. I introduce to you the esteemed Obnoxious 1.
Yes, I would just like to make it known for legal purposes that I am not engaged in the business.
Noted. Duly noted.
Not at all. And yo.
And I would like to make the statement that I am not engaged, period. Nor am I going to be, so.
Mm-hmm. Famous last words.
It's true.
Not a
So anyway,
song.
thank you for being here.
I'm contractually obligated.
That's true. And at least in theory compensated. Our next panelist comes to us from not the Keystone Beer State, but from the Keystone State, period. And he, of course, is the guy who shoots and eats and cooks. And I hear it might be all right. But he's here. He's here to brighten our day also. Let's welcome Guns and Barbecue.
Yo.
Yo. I guess technically that's not taken because it hasn't been used yet, so at least for now you own it.
I absolutely used it.
Stuff and
Used it in
things?
free chat. Yeah. We have Black Rifle Medic out there. Welcome. All
Now,
right.
does he only work on black rifles, or
Ones that need medical attention. Yes.
is he black and a rifle medic?
You know, I didn't think of it that way. It's possible. It's possible.
Uh-oh.
Or is he a black rifle? That's a medic.
Oh, I didn't think of that one.
Mr. Bob Dobalina says, I ain't hiding from nobody. Nobody hiding from me because I got calibers what penetrate hard barriers.
Or do they identify as a black rifle?
Misha says, I do not in any way, shape, or form engage in any business or associate with P. Diddy. That's good.
But what does Misha know about the Clintons?
What about R. Kelly?
Black Rifle Medic says, everything the government hates. Hey, you're our kind of guy. All right.
Like this dude or dudette.
Yeah, we just need Abigail in here now.
Sounds like Fed to me. I too enjoy short-barreled rifles, fellow patriots.
And putting braces to my shoulder.
Maybe he's a YouTube auditor.
He could be. He didn't say he wasn't. But thank you for being here, Guns and Barbecue. Let's go on because we have a couple more panelists. So we go down to the second row. And we have a man who's my neighbor to the east from the state of Missouri, as Snob calls it. And he is, of course, the host of the Saturday Night Guns, Beer, and Therapy podcast. And his mission is to make someone's day better. So today he's here to make your day better. Let's welcome your friend and mine, Hillbilly Up.
Hey, buddy, thanks for having me. Not to say that's southeast.
Well,
Just about as much south as I am east of you.
south of me is Oklahoma.
But southeast.
Southeast will take me pretty close to Joplin, so I might catch the edge of Missouri.
Hey,
We
keep
could
going way
head
on
there.
past Joplin before you get to me down that way.
If I go too far. Yeah, you're off that direction. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Let's see.
6 miles from Arkansas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, man. Thanks for having me tonight, buddy. Man, awesome side chat out there, man. That's
You bet.
always looking forward to a fun Friday night with you guys.
All right. Well, thanks for being here. We have one more panelist this evening. And he is the host of the next program that follows this one, which is a weekly 2A wrap-up. And what else can I say about him except he's got food and he's not sharing? Let's welcome Gun Websites.
Where's my mic at? So is my mic working?
It is working.
All right. I totally forgot that I have a show after this. I only about have it half made, so I probably shouldn't have jumped in here. But the topic seemed interesting. I wanted to hear what everybody had to say, so I might jump out early.
Well, all righty. We are glad to have you for whatever time you can stay. So thank you for being here.
I've tried putting my show together while the show is while they've been in here, but it's impossible to do two things at the same two things like that at the same time. I end up failing at it, so I probably have to bail to try to put some of my show up.
That's totally understandable. Let's see. Misha says, I know the Clintons off anyone who dares to mess with them. Don't say that. Don't say that. Black Rifle Medic says, obviously, you've not been on my channel. LOL. Have not. Do I dare look? Let's go look real quick. I'm going to go look at his channel. By golly, he's not kidding. Oh, I'm already subscribed to your channel. All right. I've met you before, evidently. All right. So, let's see. Wood says geography is hard. Misha says so is geology. Well, yeah. Fair enough. What are you eating there, G-Webs? Looks good.
You wouldn't want to eat it.
Tofu?
Yeah, with curry stuff on it.
Oh, I'll pass.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Oh.
Minnie Wayne says, ooh, yummy.
I always knew there's something wrong with Minnie Wayne.
He might be our next president. You never know. I mean, we've already had a puppet for president before. Probably more than once. Did I say that?
I hear the tofu stuff's good. I can't bring myself to try it.
We have R4 Mississippi Thunder is out there. He says, hey, y'all.
It's not good. It's just I wanted vegetables and I wanted the curry stuff on it, and I'm not going to tell them to take it off, right? They're paying for it. It just tastes like empty cheese. It's worthless. If they fry it, it tastes like fried empty cheese at least.
No, okay. Misha says G-Webs definitely didn't lie. Okay. Well, that's always a plus. All right, so I don't know where the rest or if any more of my panelists coming or not. We will see, but let's go ahead and delve into this evening's topic, which the theme of this show is engaged in the business. So what are we talking about here, folks? Engaged in the business. Well, let me get my notes up here, at least some of them. Oh, okay. I had an email from one of my... we're discussing the ATF's final rule that was released this week and its definition of the term engaged in the business and what that means to all of us. Plus news. Well, that's another thing we might cover later. I'm starting to read too far into my notes. So, I guess the Biden administration is reporting that this final rule closes a gun show loophole. Unfortunately, we all know there is no such thing as a gun show loophole. But it does broaden the definition of who is engaged in the business of selling firearms. The definition, and a lot of people have reported on this, it's probably more unclear now than it ever was. The final rule documentation is 466 pages. If that tells you anything. Our Attorney General's made the statement, if you sell guns predominantly to make a profit, you must be licensed. But it appears that maybe their goal is to have more people licensed? To have everybody licensed? I don't know. And
no, they require a license and then not offer any licenses. It's that type of scheme.
Well, that's a problem. If you have that many FFL applications, it's going to be backed up so long. People are going to be scared to sell anything. And
well, there's a catch-22 in it already. You have to sell enough to qualify as an FFL.
Right. And then, of course, once you do that, you've documented practically all of the private sales also, which they would love to have.
Well,
So
what this would do is document all the private sales, but at the same time, potentially making one private sale would put you in the realm of dealing in firearms and require you to have an FFL.
Everybody can sell guns for $5 and then sell a box of ammo for $375.
But at the same time, you wouldn't even, with the way this is written, you wouldn't necessarily have to sell a firearm. It could just be that you're offering a firearm for sale. Just the mere act of that could then place you in the realm of dealing firearms and then require you to now have an FFL.
This sounds awfully arbitrary and capricious. I don't think our government would do anything like that.
No, I think we're safe.
I know, right?
Yeah, it's probably you even make it sound like it's a little vague, and I just don't see that coming out of Washington.
I feel
No,
like
I
we're
mean, they're
misunderstanding.
so trustworthy.
We probably
No.
can't understand this.
So,
so
I mean,
has anybody read the rule?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
I'll say I looked at the first page of it. It's like I'm not reading all this.
it was read off
It
on
only came out today.
Came out earlier in the week. Was it Wednesday or Thursday? I believe.
It was read off on John Crump's channel last night.
Oh, really? Good.
Yeah. So, with the way I'm to understand it, there are no criminal penalties to go along with this. However, well, hold on. You're presumed guilty, but this is civilly. But then, say you get into trouble later for something criminal, then they get to go back and say, oh, in this civil matter, he was guilty or he or she was guilty of, dealing firearms without a license, and use that against you in your criminal suit. So while technically there's no criminal liabilities to come from this, just civil, it could later on be used against you if you were to ever get yourself hemmed up for whatever reason. I mean, God forbid, you could get into a fist fight with somebody, and you're not in the wrong. I mean, heck, we're all, assuming we're all law-abiding citizens, we carry,
Speak for yourself.
Why do we carry? In case we ever have to use that firearm in self-defense. You had to use that firearm in self-defense now, and you got an overzealous prosecutor that looked at your case and, maybe like I've got a 1911 on layaway right now that has Punisher grips on it. And they went, oh, Punisher grips. Clearly he is a vigilante, was waiting for this to happen. Let's say I had that 1911 on me when I had this happen and decided to prosecute me on that. And then they got wind of that civil suit from the ATF with, oh, he was dealing firearms and, guilty, because that's just the presumption. Then that comes back in to your criminal trial now. That's not going to go too well.
So Black Rifle Medic says they want a registry. They are roundabout doing it more and more. Well, obviously. I want to say hello to Vanessa Kitty out there, who joined recently. Also Keith Gregory is out there, and Travis T, who is getting more and more overdue for a prize giveaway victory.
I feel like he's going to have to Clinton the Waynes with the way Ron and Misty have been winning everything. It's been cutting into his winnings.
So we also have Ghost Tactical, who just joined us. He says, "Aloha, amigos." Welcome, Ghost.
Is he in Hawaii?
Evidently.
Nice. Good for him.
So, I guess how does this rule affect each of us? Is it going to affect us? What do you think, Obi?
F the ATF. That's what I think. I don't know. It's like I said, it's purposely vague and arbitrary so that the average person can't understand it. Much like the brace rule was vague and arbitrary and never really released outside of social media. So, somebody who's not involved in that sphere may have never seen the brace rule, to be honest with you. I mean, and this is going to be the same thing, but purposely vague and arbitrary is what the government does best, and they're leaving themselves wiggle room to go after you if they want.
Of course.
But as far as how this affects, if I ever do get rid of one, I take it down to my pawn shop and give it to them. They put it on consignment and they deal with it. That's how I do it. But
which might be the safest way to handle some stuff.
That's
which is a registry.
All dependent on what you want to do.
But at the same
it sure
time,
does makes it kind of iffy if you have a buddy that wants to buy your rifle or stuff like that.
At the same time, I'm to understand it's the same deal now. Even if you were to go into an FFL to have them, do a transfer for your private sale or do a consignment for you or whatnot, that still counts as you selling your firearm. And, if you were to make a profit or something, now you're in the business of dealing firearms. You could go in and
you don't have to have an FFL to sell to an FFL.
But if you're making a profit,
you're saying that you need to have a FFL in order if you're making a profit off of them.
Indeed.
Yeah, but this ruling, as I understand it, they've kind of went away from just profit to basically saying if you're in the business of transferring firearms, just if you're actively trying to get rid of your guns, if you so much as say to your friend, "Hey, I've got a 9mm, you interested in buying it?" They can interpret that as being in the business because you're soliciting a sale. Whether or not you're making a profit or not, you're still trying to.
Yeah, but if you go into an
FFL,
FFL,
Barbecue just said, didn't you, that you have to make money, like you have to be in the business of. So if you just say, "Hey, I want to sell some guns," unless you do that every Tuesday, you're not in the business of.
So if I were to find a killer deal at one gun shop, say I found an AK for $500, and I could go in to another gun shop, and I know I'm gonna be able to sell it to them for $800 because they're gonna sell it for $12. Well, then now I'm in the business of dealing because I just bought that for a profit, and I sold it for a profit. It doesn't matter if I sold it to another FFL or not.
Right, but I'm not sure
I thought earlier you said that you have to make money, like a majority of your money doing it. Back to that thing. It didn't do it that way.
Because I don't think the new rule says that so much. You don't say that in over 100 pages. They've encompassed what they can they've added to what they can interpret as engaged in the business from before. Before it was basically for the purpose of making a profit, and they've expanded greatly on that definition. That's a problem. It's way more than it was before.
Well, if you're going to go around and ask me my opinion of this happened to, it almost seems like it's scheduled to be on an election year, the way they hold the reins on this shit. And when they decide to hand it out and distribute it or whatever, they've set this stuff up a long time ago to be a distraction, to divide gun owners and confuse. Gives them score. Like, they win all the election year. Look what we did. Look what we did. If 5 minutes after they do it, it gets taken away, they still have the election score to say, look what we did. So this is a political win for them. They created it. They get to set and run around saying they won. We get to, Republicans or whoever you want to say we are, get to run around going, oh, we're going to fight this. So they don't even care. It's like part of the stupid game. I think this was a major distraction from all the other political horrible shit that's going on. And they need the other side, what they consider the other side, to be as fragmented as possible. And this is a classic way of them doing this on cue for an election year, essentially coming up with something out their ass that they've been kind of warming up for a while and dropping it. And they could care less the consequences. If it's a win, if somehow we all sat down and went to sleep and said, take our guns, they would win. But they know that even if they lose, they get to act like they won. They're still going to make money. We just seen that that kid, his organization spent almost all their money on screwing around instead of doing anything, especially lobbying. So they know that this, their side's a major money engine. So this is just part of that whole thing. We need to smart up and not just play the game and get all mad about this shit. And instead come up with different strategies so that this isn't always a win for them, no matter how we react.
Well, it's always going to be a win for them because they get to go to their base and say, well, look what we
take their base away. We take the middle 80% away by awareness, and we've got lots of organizations working on that. And then we take their base away with some other strategies, like we take away the antis by kind of pulling the sheets away, pulling the curtain aside, just like with that hog kid and how much money they spent on themselves instead of on anything important. We can do it by not even touching them, by just saying suicide's the number one thing they point at, and they don't care at all. They haven't done anything for suicide. I could sit here for an hour and you guys would get bored talking about the things that we have on our side. If you count veterans on our side for suicide, we've got tons. Their side, lip service. So we can expose their side. We have actionable things to do. It's just more, well, I don't want to get into that stuff, but I think this was a political stunt and positioned strategically at this point because of the elections.
Yeah, I think it's more than a political stunt because no matter what, like you said, it's a win-win for them. Is it a political stunt? Absolutely. But at the same time, this is something where when it's convenient for them, they're going to use it. And when they can go and throw people against the wall, they're going to. It's more than just a stunt. It's something that they are going to use as they can.
It'd be nice if we put them on defense every now and then instead of us, but always being on defense in the 2A community.
Oh no! So we've been on offense for a while now. Ever since the NYSERPA decision came down, I mean, that's why we've been seeing so much of this stuff. That's been a lot of, just the left just throwing stuff against the wall where they're lashing out, some of the stuff in Illinois, Washington, California, New York, where they're like, screw what the Supreme Court said. We're doing this just because we feel like it, and screw them. And we know this is going to get shot down anyways, but we're doing it because it's going to make us feel good. And just because they know their backs are against the wall, they know they're playing defense right now. We've got across the nation like 400 some court cases in the court system right now fighting against anti-gun legislations that are getting ready to knock crap out because of the NYSERPA decision. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that court decisions are the end all be all. I mean, they are a vital thing to get rid of bad anti-gun legislation that has been passed before, but we also need to get proactive and stop this stuff before it gets to that point now. But to think that we're not on the offense, that's crazy. We're on the offense, but things like this are going to happen. But right now, we're in a really good position.
I agree,
Okay.
100%. Well said.
I want to take the time to acknowledge some people who've come into the chat. We do have Midnight Range TM out there.
Midnight.
Also, Zanti Misfit is out there. Chad Kelly, Mr. Knives, Chocolate.
This is a
Also-
chocolate spring roll.
There you go. Mike is out there also. Just plain old Mike. Black Rifle Medic says civil, there's less burden of proof versus criminal. Would be
Yep.
easier for the AFT to go after people. Fence Dad says, wait, the ABC boys just want to make us all safe, right? Of course they do. Midnight Range TM says, I think you're allowed to have SBRs if you mount the scope backwards and keep the lens covers closed when you shoot. Gee, I don't know where that came from. Let's see. Black Rifle Medic says, Midnight, don't forget the chicken wing. There we go. Ozzy Osbourne is out there barking at the moon. Zanti Misfit says, we fibbed to the DMV on car sales, so now they assess the value blue book. They're going to make a blue book for firearms and just tell you what the gun is worth and how much tax. Not sure where that came from. Travis T says, guess I'll be keeping mine, but I'll still buy as I see fit, whether the seller's an FFL or not. Let's see. Chessboard says, Gizzard Gary, they're trying to stop all gun sales outside of an FFL. That's probably true. Midnight says, they'll eventually say, if you can't prove you're not making a profit on a gun sale, you're a dealer. It's like selling concert tickets. It's okay if you don't charge more than face value. Okay. Possibly. He says, if you pay $500 and can prove you can sell it for $500, if you charge $600, you're a dealer. I'm not saying that's how it is, but I wouldn't doubt they do shit like that.
That's what I was saying. Sell the gun for $5 and then sell a box of ammo for $750 along with it.
That's genius. Chessboard says, Hillbilly, yeah, Brenda told us we need an F-16 or maybe a nuke so you know where they stand. They want the guns, period. We have Redneck Plinkster out there. Wow. Also, we have Daddy Dutch Barbecue and we have Cowgirl Candace putting in the hashtag. By the way, that hashtag for the giveaway is #FT259. So, yeah, we've got 36 people out there in the audience. We also just got joined by Baroness VG. All right. Very good. So, yeah, it's kind of hard to discuss this topic because we don't it's really hard to pin down exactly what the topic is. Nobody really knows how they're going to interpret this rule or how they're going to use it. I think it's really maybe designed that way, designed to be ambiguous. So we can just pretty much write you up for anything now, folks. That's kind of what I'm getting out of this. Is it a scare tactic?
Well, it wasn't that many years ago they wanted to put a stop on garage sales too, because government wasn't getting tax money on that.
They never really sell the garage. It's a ripoff.
I know. I've went to
Yard
many a
sale,
yard
not
sale, and the
sale.
yard is not for sale when you get there. It's like, that's just false advertising.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Chessboard says Gizzard fear. Yeah, it's kind of what I'm worrying about. But what's...
So they want to get rid of people buying guns because they don't like guns. They fear guns and the individual freedom or individual liberty, not kind of mindset that comes with the lack of fear about them. So they want to make it confusing. Think about when the what do you call those things? The bump stock thing happened, and when the frame of receiver happened, and when the pistol brace thing happened. As gun people, how many people do you know that know you're a gun person, came up to you and said, hey, what's the deal with this and that? Is my thing still good to go? And blah, blah, blah. This is just another one of those things, again, to right at the right time to kind of set up for election season. They can create this thing that's going to make people that are in the middle, wonder, what is all this? Or people that are kind of half, kind of, what do they call them? Fair weather gun owners or whatever, Sunday gun owners. They're going to be like, what's it? Oh man, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't sell that thing, or maybe I should sell it right away, or maybe I should just quit buying guns. It's just to get people who are kind of hobbyists away. Well, like we were saying, they win in so many ways with this. The only way they don't win is when we get sick of it and get organizations at a national level that actually lead instead of just follow some bullshit ass marketing recipe. And we have actual tactics that get rid of this stuff.
So
awareness.
A few more comments out there. Misha says, that's the whole goal. Make it vague. Then you control the rules. He who controls the rules makes the rules. Now, Barron says, I believe I read in the rule that if you buy a gun with the money, it doesn't matter if you made a profit on a sale. And Ozzy says, and this is one of the questions I have, it will most likely go to court.
Well, it's definitely going to go to court.
Yeah,
but
I'm almost sure we're going to have
somebody's going to be that test case, and that somebody may also have the ATF show up at their front door at 6 a.m. and put some tape over their Ring doorbell.
And may or may not spend 6 months in federal prison waiting for the case to hash out.
Barron is correct. If you buy another gun with the money made from selling the gun that you sold, that it doesn't matter. But the gun that
you don't have to pay capital gains tax on it, then that's what you're saying.
Hold on. But the gun that you purchase has to cost more than the gun that you sold.
Well, yeah. That's how
capital gains it has to be works. For your collection.
Yeah, but with all the guns, what
if I buy a suppressor with the money I made from the gun?
Yeah, but if you with all the guns you own got lost, firearm, so you're already money behind.
That's true.
Oh, I'm so far behind.
We're supposed to make money? Mm-hmm. I don't know anybody making money at this. I'm not if I'm in a business, I'm not doing very good business. Let's put it that way. But
I think the one time I ever made anything is I picked up a Beretta PX4 Storm that had a weird, it had a rail on top. It had a piece of pick rail on top that was part of the dovetail, and it had a hollow sun on it. And I got it cheap enough at a gun store, mind you, that I took the hollow sun off, and then I took it down to my pawn shop and put it on consignment for what I paid for it. So I took the hollow sun off of it, and they ended up selling it, and I got my money back.
Well, there you go. Travis T says, I'm in the hobby, definitely not in the business. Midnight Range says, hold on. You sell a gun, who says what you can and can't do with that money? So put it in the bank, then take the money out of the ATM.
That's not how that works. That's not how that works. You've got to go down to the laundromat and put it in the washer.
Oh.
Yep. And you put it in the washer, all that dirty money, you wash it, and then it comes out and it's clean money.
Well, I'd just like to remind the government themselves with their own rulings and regulations, if you do not make a solid continuous profit in 4 years, you're not considered a business. You're considered a hobby.
I've never been in business.
So you'd have to make money past 4 years before you could call it a business in the government's eyes.
Also in this rule, for some reason, which this should carry criminal penalty, but they decided to add in that if you were to, for some reason, try to smuggle firearms out of the country into another country, now that would normally get you charged with, crimes in the country that you're smuggling the firearms into. Not only would you get charged with crimes in that country, but now the U.S. is going to charge you with crimes as well.
Unless you're the government doing it.
Of course.
Okay. Just checking.
Because Fast and Furious.
Yeah, I was going to say, if I'm not mistaken, I think our very own ATF did that.
Our government sells guns to so many people, it's not even funny. And again, I'm gonna make the same argument I make on all this stuff. If the industry as a whole would stand up and say, "Hey, we're not selling to the government anymore," this stuff would all disappear in about 5 minutes. But that's never going to happen because everybody likes sucking on that government tit.
Well, the problem is, even if U.S. manufacturers got together and said, "Yep, we're not going to sell to the government anymore," there's a bunch of overseas manufacturers that would take up that in a heartbeat.
That's fine. They can have the crappy Turkish pistols and the Czechoslovakian pistols. And
you don't think H&K would take up a bid for the
they're
U.S.
still
government?
part of the industry, aren't they? Like I said, the industry as a whole. The industry as a whole really wanted to open up this market and get rid of this stuff. 5 minutes. And you can't tell me that's wrong because you know it's true. It would take 5 minutes. They would actually not even lose anything. It's nothing. It would be nothing but upside for them, but it's not going to happen because they like sucking on that government tit.
Exactly. And I mean, you can go look at our gas prices. All our government has to do is say, "Hey, in 3 months, we're going to take bids, and whoever has the lowest price, we're going to use you for 6 months. And then in 6 months, we're going to redo it, and whoever's lowest, we're going to buy from them." Our gas would be down to less than $1 right now. But it's just not how our government works. Hey, Sarge.
I need to take time to welcome to our panel Sergeant C4 Defense. Good evening.
You don't have to introduce me. I need no introduction.
You need no introduction. Okay. Well,
I always wonder why they said that, but then they would proceed to introduce the person.
That's true. So real quick, Cowgirl, my apologies, I misspoke. Cowgirl Candace says, with the new rule, all sellers who meet the definition of being engaged in the business selling firearms must conduct background checks on purchasers regardless of where the sale takes place. And then goes on to say, engaged in the business of dealing in firearms. That includes those who devote time, attention, and labor to dealing in firearms as a regular course of trade or with the intent to make a profit through repetitive purchase and sale of firearms. Okay, now Midnight Range says, what if Obnoxious One puts said money into a stripper's chocolate pocket, then it gets dry cleaned? Can you buy a gun with it then?
Yes, because then it's been laundered and it's okay.
What if it was covered in street fudge?
That's a good one right there. Let's see. Travis T says the industry as a whole doesn't care because they have to follow rules and want people buying new, not used.
Well, yeah, and people would buy new. It would be a lot easier for people to buy new if you got rid of all this other BS.
So, Sarge, we're talking about the ATF final rule that was released this week. I presume you're somewhat familiar.
No.
Obi, you want to explain to him what all this the 166 pages of this final rule?
Yes, you're engaged.
Please don't read it verbatim.
You're engaged in the business.
Oh gosh, we are.
You might be, actually.
How could I be?
I don't know.
The ATF has muddied even further their definition of who they can include as being engaged in the business of selling firearms. And a lot of the people in the YouTube community are panicking over this because, well, nobody knows exactly what to make of it.
Well,
Make more money
let's
panicking
be
than
honest.
paying attention.
People, they're panicking too because that gets some clicks, and
You
that
make
gets
more money on a panic than you do on a let's read the
Oh yeah,
pages of the bill.
the sky is falling. Yeah, there's people that make very good money for the sky is falling videos, but so like can like summarize like would any of us be wrapped up in that? Would we be engaged in the business?
In this panel, the puppy is not going to jail.
Oh no, I don't think we would. But
Travis T says Sarge is probably exempted on page 164.
I heard that they're making new jails for all the gun owners to put in.
oh gosh. Well, the good thing is it would take so long to build them. We will probably all have expired by the time they're built.
Mhm.
We'll be fine.
Now I've got a this. See, this is a good point though. I've got a friend who trades a lot, and a lot of times he trades up. Would he be engaged in the business according to the ATF?
If you trade a 9mm, straight to jail.
Straight to jail? What if you shoot a 9mm? Straight to jail?
I'm just
I
reading
have a
page
picture.
114 of the bill.
I have a picture for GORN that G is going to absolutely love.
What I can tell you is if you shoot a 9mm through a 30 cal can, you feel like you've gone straight to jail.
Travis
Yeah.
T says
Bad do you
FEMA
feel
will
if you
help
shoot a
build the
9mm through a 30 caliber can and it baffle strikes?
If FEMA's
It definitely
gonna-
baffle struck.
Yep.
Oh, shit.
Yep. Definitely baffle struck. But
It's only
here's the
8
thing:
caliber.
if you buy it from Silencer Co. and you call them up and you say, "Hey, my armorer's an idiot, and he grabbed the wrong can and ran 9mm through this 30 cal can," they'll set you up with an RMA and you send it in and you'll get it back like quick.
How long did it take you? I was telling that story actually just a little bit ago.
So I put on my post. I mailed it out last week. They got it Monday, and I had it back in my hands yesterday.
So they just handed it right off. Somebody fixed it
Mhm.
and they mailed it right back.
Yep. I'm guessing it's some kind of magic. They just take the internals out and put new internals in, and
They're in the business. They know what they're doing.
yep.
Well, it's always a possibility also that they took one look at it and said, "Oh, obnoxious one. He's a big
Well,
deal. We better
that
get
could
him
be.
taken
That
care
could
of."
be. I did send it from my YouTube email. So they
So
probably
If
saw
you
that.
take one of the rods out of an Aegis gun cleaning kit and just push it through there a few times, it'll clean up those baffles real quick.
The gun snob is out there, and he says, "By friend, do you mean one that goes by the alias of Snarge at D5 Defense?"
No,
That's me.
no, that's not a friend.
So Midnight Range wants to know, does the government care about pistol braces anymore? Or is that old news for now?
If you sell
Well,
them,
since I've had the injunction, then I don't know. It's still out there. They got an injunction on it, but it hasn't
Oh no, they still care.
made much news since then.
I'll tell you who doesn't care.
Company
guy.
selling the braces.
This guy.
Which guy?
Me.
Oh,
I don't care.
Pump stocks, braces, it doesn't matter. The government does
posted a
not
picture
like
of
to pay
one.
else.
I posted a picture of a brace today. I don't care.
I did too.
Chessboard
With a-
says,
with
Obi,
the
don't
30 cal
forget
can
they
on
want,
it.
they want to outlaw militias and working on it now.
Well, yeah, of course they do.
What if
Artec-
you sell a picture of a gun and make a profit?
Oh crap!
You're in the business.
I'm so
Oh
screwed.
gosh.
What if I
Might
don't
be.
sell them? I just put them out there for everybody, free of charge.
There you go. Artak and Daughter says, can we all take a minute and thank OJ for not using a pew-pew but a misfitting glove?
I don't think the glove is what he actually killed them with. I think that was a knife.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Defense Dad
And-
says, oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Defense Dad says, do what I do. If you sell a gun, equipment with it, do a photo shoot with the camera equipment, and then buy a new gun. Problem solved.
Mm-hmm.
Boomstick Revenge says, YouTube keeps saying I'm a gun dealer. Let's see. Midnight Range says, Injunction Junction, what's my function? Screwing up rights and making your life suck. Okay. Oh.
I love my unlicensed seller patch.
Oh, that's great. I need to.
I made those back in 17. The last time we had to deal with this bullshit made up crap.
Yeah. And the Charleston loophole.
Uh-huh.
The Gun Snob says OJ is innocent. Quit trying to smear his good name. Now, OJ's gone now. I guess there's kind of a fight as to who's going to go up to the top of the hated exonerated criminal list. I think Casey Anthony is.
She's pretty. She'd be hard to beat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly,
wonder
I'm a
if-
little surprised she didn't jump over him.
I wonder if OJ, like, it's not been announced, but like on his deathbed, he actually said, like, if he did it or not. I mean,
Oh, you mean
I
he's-
saw a meme where he actually those were his last words, but I don't think those were his actual last words.
well, I mean, you think that's something you'd want to get off your chest if you did
No,
it?
why?
You know,
Why? You think that's
Because that's common. People do that stuff at the end. And guess what?
is that for
Actually
real or
did
is that just in movies?
No, people
No,
actually
that's-
do.
Yeah, it's legit.
I know it was.
It's a psychological. It really does weigh on people's soul. Now it's like when they're living, like when they confess, they really do feel better, like for just a little bit, and then they realize, oh God, what have I done? I've admitted everything. But at first, they really do feel better, and people do this stuff a lot of times. And a dying utterance is considered fact, or as in testimony. Like if, like say there was some sort of crime and both people were injured, like whatever that person said when they documented at the end and they expired, that is, you can admit that into court as fact.
so?
And
When I'm
cross-examination.
dying,
You
I can admit that I was Billy the Kid.
Yep.
And then that is accepted as fact.
It is accepted as excuse me. I'm sorry. It's accepted as truth. I said the wrong word. Like you would think you were telling the truth. So they would prove you were wrong and that you were an idiot, but they would say you were telling the truth.
Yeah. And like with what Sarge was just saying about that being admitted into court, if that happens, you are so screwed because there is no way to cross-examine that.
Yeah. The jury just, they weigh it as truth. Now what they come up with, but like he just said, there's no way to go at them. They can't go at the credibility. It's just accepted.
Yep.
I've taken a dying utterance from a person that lived, by the way.
That is patently false.
There is one,
But he was
about-
shot in the head, and the staff thought he would die. He did not die, and he's actually pretty much okay.
So
Wow.
what you took was a might be dying utterance.
Yes.
You didn't take a dying utterance.
But it was considered that because of the gravity of his injury. It was considered that. It fell under that.
Right. If you
process.
think you're about to die and you say that as you think you're about to die and then they save you, you said whatever you said, right? Like that's
I said what I said.
Yep. They
Well,
said
I've
it, and
heard-
that was
implanted so that as my heart stops, I'll real quickly say 9mm and inferior caliber, and then it'll beat fact.
yep.
Get you one of those little things that they put in greeting cards.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can just have it recorded, and that way when
Like
they
turtle, it'll just keep saying that over and over until they find the battery.
till the battery dies. Yeah, just put it in your shirt. That way, when they rip open your shirt to hit you with the paddles, it starts playing.
Glitter
9mm
flies
and-
everywhere.
Yep.
Glitter flies everywhere, and it just keeps saying that.
Now the gun snub says, "See, that's why I won't tell my secrets. I might not actually die." And he says, "Obi will never know who farted on his pillow in Vegas."
Oh, if Snob had farted on my pillow, I would definitely know.
You would be. Then you have ER bills to prove it.
Wake up with double pink eye.
I think Snob farted in Gizzard's basement. Is what really happened.
Midnight says that's how he got stink eye. Mr. Bob says a dying declaration is admissible in court. It's the exception to the hearsay rule of evidence.
Yes, there you go. That's probably a better, more eloquent way to put it.
Well, I've heard of people like they think the plane's going to crash or something, and like they would be confessing stuff, and that's why I think like sometimes people would really do that. You know, I mean,
I thought one time when we were flying out to Vegas, and I thought the plane was going down. I turned to Sarge and I did tell him, "I really don't like you, dude."
He did. But you know what? I was happy because it was that time I sat next to the guy that never stopped talking.
Yeah, he literally wanted to die at that point.
That guy could have been a world champion freediver because he never took a breath from Charlotte to Vegas. And hey, it was so bad. Strangers, total strangers, stopped me after we got off the little tube till you get into the terminal. They said, "You have the most patience of anyone I've ever met."
And Sarge just looked at him and said, "I've had enough of strangers talking to me. Get the hell out of my face."
she patted my hand and everything. She's just like, oh, it was awful.
I have never had a more enjoyable flight.
I'll bet.
25 dangs, 10 man, that's crazy. And still keeps talking. Oh, dang. Man, that's
Snub
crazy.
says, sounds similar to my trip out that year. I got stuck sitting next to an annoying guy all the way to Vegas also. I think that might be directed at me.
I think that's when you were in that Ford.
Yeah. I had to sit next to an annoying guy too. I know what he's talking about.
All right,
Well,
I raised up the prism on the Anderson pistol, and it works much better now.
Did you?
I'll put the U1T mount on it.
Now, 223 DMR says you put Hillary and Bill together, you get Hillbilly. Ooh.
Oh shit!
Oh, and he's from Arkansas too.
Oh. Snob
Damn.
says, no, that was the year we drove my truck. Oh, okay.
I can't believe in all the time that both of them have been in politics, I never heard anybody say hillbilly like that before. Has any of y'all heard a meme or anything like that? Crazy.
That's true. That's actually pretty clever. And why haven't we heard it yet?
Yeah.
Who said that? Because I wanna pass my condolences on to their family.
Mhm.
Oh, maybe that's why. It's a good point. A lot of people had said it in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Once.
I would like to pass my condolences on to the family of 223 DMR. We barely knew you, and I'm sorry.
We can't believe you did that to yourself.
Yep,
That's
I
true.
cannot believe that you shot yourself in the head 3 times.
Yep.
Yeah. Alex Parlin out there. Okay. But we are about an hour into the show, which means it's time to take a little bit. I can talk, really. I can.
Easy for you to say.
Take a little bit of time to let everybody know that Gear Websites is your source for every Second Matters gun channels, gear, ammo ID, and more. They have patches, stickers, and other items, and every Friday, this is Friday, by the way, every Friday is Free Patch Friday. So remember to buy cool stuff at gearwebsites.com. But as I say before, don't take my word for it. Let's listen to what G-Webs has to say.
GearWebsites.com is your source for firearms-based playing cards and books. We also have mugs, shirts, and posters with designs that we've made live. Of course, we have patches. Every Friday is Free Patch Friday. We appreciate your support. Thank you for shopping at GearWebsites.com.
All right.
That woke the puppy up. He thought the show was starting.
So don't forget to go buy some cool stuff at gearwebsites.com before the evening's over, and you too can get some free stuff on
What's
Free
the
Patch.
hashtag today?
The hashtag today is hashtag FT259er.
How do you spell niner?
NEIN.
9 with an R.
There you go. Okay, so he's got the hashtag out there. What's that hashtag for? You may be asking yourself. Well, I can't tell you, but someone may be just slithering into the audience right now. He's going to come up to the mic and he's going to tell you what's coming.
Lizard Larry's got something for you, Lizard Larry. Gonna give it to you, Lizard Larry. Gonna give it to you. Large prostate won't slow him down, chasing grandmas all over town. Got a sidekick named George the Cat. Lizard Larry's got something for you, Lizard Larry. Gonna give it to you, Lizard Larry. Gonna give it to you.
Wow. So, Lizard Larry has something for you, but the gun snob says, I said, wait, damn it. I didn't hear him say wait. Did he say wait?
Oh.
Yeah,
How long are we supposed to wait? And what are we supposed to do while we're waiting? Is my question.
He said, not yet. Wait, I'm coming on live.
Well, I can wait a few minutes. We can talk about where is Snob tonight? And why
Where is
isn't he here?
Isn't he contractually obligated?
In theory. Let's see. Midnight Range says, are you giving away self-respect? I'm all out of that. Wood says, talk about guns? Let's see. Gun Snob says, tell amongst yourselves. Tell amongst yourselves. Okay.
I think that's talk.
Might be.
Probably what he meant. He don't speak too good.
He don't speak too good.
Is it don't ask, don't tell, or is it just tell?
Something like that. He did correct it to talk. Talk amongst yourselves. So, how's the weather out there with you guys? Having nice weather?
A little chilly tonight.
It is chilly. It rained
58.
Like a mother yesterday or last night.
Yes. It rained on and off all yesterday afternoon. It rained on and off all day today.
Oh no!
Every time you think it's going to be nice, here comes the rain again.
Didn't get any rain today here.
Oh, I saw the sun several times today, and it was followed up immediately by a lot more rain.
How was your weather, Hillbilly?
My weather was windy, and then rain. And yeah, not got to do a whole lot outside the last few days.
Well, it's bright and sunny here. I'm sorry you got all that stuff.
Well, today it kind of cleared off, but I mean, pretty much the whole week's just been terribly windy, and then we got rain yesterday, or actually kind of the day before that evening, and then it rained all day, and then yeah, it's not good weather to be outside filming for sure.
Mr. Knife says weather in Long Beach, 59 degrees Fahrenheit.
Film at
And,
11.
Woods says rain, then later rain in the Pacific Northwest.
Well, they're right in the middle of the annual rain festival up there.
That's true.
Oh, I thought that was next month.
It's every month.
Yeah, it's January 1st, and it runs through December 31st.
Yeah, it rains a lot out there.
It does. Artak
It's
and
almost
Daughter
the
says
rainforest here.
69. I hope that's temperature, but it may just be a comment.
Why
Either
would
way.
you hope that's the
It'd be a
temperature?
hobby.
It's a consenting adult.
How come it's never 96? How come it's always 69?
Otherwise, it'd be butt to butt.
Mm-hmm.
Guess that's true.
But that's no judgment, Gary. No judgment.
Yeah, sorry,
true.
didn't mean to judge. Butt to butt.
Midnight Range TM says that dog and I have something in common. Pancake face and we poop in yards. Wow. 223 DMR says 55 here in Waynesville.
I have a service where a bus comes in that has a bunch of AstroTurf in the back, no seats, and then they pull up, and my dog goes in there for 15 minutes, and then it comes 3 times a day.
Well, guess who's here, boys and girls?
Uses
The
what it
man.
has, but it's worth it.
We've all been waiting for.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's the
Holy
time
shit,
of
it's
night.
Joey Boy.
It's the time of night everyone's been waiting on. Guess what time of night is it? It's time for the Fowl Territory. Hold on, this is kind of goofy.
Does he still get paid for this?
Barely.
Reduced rate.
Well, it's time for the Fowl Territory number 259, Engaged in the Business Giveaway. That's right. We're going to engage you in some awesome prizes tonight. It's going to be great. It's going to be huge. Tonight, it's a winner chicken dinner. That's right. We're going to give you a $10 Chick-fil-A gift card. And if you happen to be a channel member and win, guess what? You're going to get that doubled. That's right. $20 just for typing the hashtag 259 out there in the chat. Gizzard, what do we have for the good folks tonight?
Well, all kinds of cool stuff. Got some questions in the audience. See, Redneck Plinkster says, I'm new to this show. Is it a gun channel show or just a get together? Anyhow, I'm having fun. We
Both.
claim it's a gun channel show.
It's both.
Both. Yeah.
Sometimes neither.
Minnie Wayne says, I'm scared. Well, yeah.
That doesn't seem like a question.
Chris Lang just had the correct comment.
Travis T wins again. There you go.
Actually, I'm going to win this week.
Well, the question is, what are you going to win? So let's see what
Well,
we're
why
going
don't
to
you
give
show
away.
the good folks, Gizzard, what they're
Some
going to
stuff
win?
and things.
That's what I'm going to do.
Where is your beard?
It's coming back. See? It's
Jesus.
coming back. It's coming
Really?
back.
You sure about that?
Mhm.
Oh, God, stop it.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
All
You
right.
need some double bridge glasses.
So we're going to have the Gizzard Gary channel sticker.
Oh, thank God you got that face covered up.
Gizzard probably can't even buy cigarettes anymore or beer.
Probably can. Wow.
He can't get his dip.
That's right. We got the smaller but still wonderful Gizzard Gary review sticker.
That's what she
But-
said.
They won't sell him
Kansas,
dip,
you have to be 6 to buy dip.
but they will sell him a douche flute.
That's true. We have the Fowl Territory thumbnail sticker. Go with the show. And let's see. We have a sticker here from Excess Sights, who are known to be the fastest sights in any light or no light at all. How about that?
It's super fast.
Super fast. We have a sticker here from Live Free Armory. True American manufacturing. And we have a sticker here from a company that's having a 10th anniversary sale, Civivi. We have a sticker from Trailblazer Firearms, made in North Carolina.
If I remember right, they didn't score the back of theirs either. That one's also a pain in the butt.
We have a sticker from Aguila Ammunition.
I'm willing to
Feed.
bet that the back of that
your
one
firearm.
isn't scored.
It is scored, actually.
It is scored. Oh,
It
I would have
is.
lost that bet.
You should have bet on DraftKings.
That's right.
Oh my God! Shut up.
He set me up for that.
Did. Have a
It was
sticker
completely
here.
unintentional. There's a lot of things I'd like to set you up for. That was not one of them.
Taurus Executive Grade. It's a
I'll bet
mirrors.
that one's not scored on the back.
Why does that
It
have the
is.
cow looking straight?
Oh, damn.
You
Why
should
does
have
it have
come DraftKings.
Why does that have the cow looking straight down?
It's getting ready to gore you with those
It's
horns.
bowing because it's executive grade. It's bowing to it,
That's right.
What is it, Japanese?
There you go.
possibly.
Got a sticker here from Rossi also.
That one's got a dingus.
Wagyu Taurus.
And then we have the Barkeep from Heritage Manufacturing.
I feel
That
like
does
you're just
not
stealing
look-
for tourists tonight.
That does not
You're
look
giving
like
away a barkeep?
Barkeep sticker.
Oh, heck yeah.
You didn't say sticker.
I just now did.
Oh, so what? You said a barkeep.
We have a sticker here that says American made, Texas proud, Radical Firearms.
I'll bet that one's scored on the back.
It is.
Yes.
It
Got one.
is. And then we have this one from U.S. Law Shield. My attorney never sleeps.
I'll bet that one's not scored on the back.
And I bet
It
they do
is
sleep.
not.
Yes. Got another one.
Yeah, but they have other people working the night shift. So
So which
But
one's
that's not your
yours?
attorney.
now, if you're having trouble,
Bro, about
this guy is going to make your day better. Yes, we have a sticker from Hillbilly Up.
Who's
Oh,
that?
I hate that guy. He's a jerk.
Look at that. He's got it all chromed out. Look at that.
Yeah.
rainbow.
Isn't
How
that
did you
neat?
get a sticker from
Bling,
Hillary
bling.
and Bill Clinton?
Did he splurge and have his cut?
I think that would be something to ask his parents, not him.
Wow.
Is that sticker holographic?
It is. Okay, we've got a sticker from DM Foss. It says Donut Pseudo, Way of the Hole.
I bet that's not scored on the back.
It is not.
Yes.
What's your percentage guessing these? It's got to be pretty high.
Then we've got Papa Smurf.
I'll bet that one's not scored on the back
It
either.
is not. I could take my knife and score it for you if you wanted me to.
I dare you.
We have
Would
this
it be a
sticker.
Civivi knife?
It says all communists are bastards.
And that one doesn't need to be scored on the back because it's
Big
got extra.
Daddy Unlimited.
It's got extra sticker backy on the on it.
Then we
That's
have
an
this
industry
one
term.
from MTM Case Guard that you can also peel right off the.
Uh-huh.
Look at
See,
those
they've
about
got
that.
extra sticker backy on them too.
You're only going to send one of those, though, right?
I'm gonna send them
Oh,
both.
he's gonna send them both. He's been
Yeah.
stepping up. He's been
Wow.
sending out like extra zipper pulls and like double stickers.
That's
it's
right.
crazy.
I have a
Now,
sticker
does that-
here from
Does that
Lock Grips. What?
does that Big Daddy Unlimited sticker like give your information to the ATF or FBI?
It sells your guns, which is
Sure it does.
crazy because then you get
Yeah, it
arrested.
sells them at a loss. Okay,
It sells
we
your
have a
guns to a gun buyback.
we have a sticker here from Voodoo Tactical.
Voodoo? Voodoo.
Voodoo, the voodoo that you do. Yeah.
Holy cow! If
Whoa.
I go,
Then we
That
have
was
a
the best
sticker.
thought. That was the best thought he's ever had.
Mm-hmm.
This is a company we hardly ever see on here. Palmetto State Armory.
I'll bet that one's scored on the back.
It is most certainly scored. You can see it
Yes.
folding right in the middle where the score is.
See,
I want
I'm
a
all,
pink one.
I'm
I
all
ain't got
over
a pink.
this.
2 scored.
Well, that's it for stickers, but I presume you want patches too.
I'll
So,
bet none of those are scored on the back.
the patches are not scored on the back. We
I bet
do
they have
have
Velcro
this
on the back.
SHOT Show 2024 from
If you
Palmetto
take a pair of
SPR.
scissors and cut a slot into the back, the Velcro on the back of a sticker, you create a hidden pocket.
That's true. And
Keep your weed in there.
of course, I'm
Not
going
gonna
to
be much
pony up
weed.
the Anderson manufacturing patch.
Still need one of those.
Well, you should probably win one of these giveaways. Well,
should.
Gizzard's got them.
I
That's
should.
Travis. He's got plenty.
And we've got this patch from Gun Owners of America. And it is not scored either. And to go along with that, we do have the Gun Rights or Women's Rights Empowered 2A patch.
See, I believe that gun rights are everyone's rights.
I do believe you're correct.
It's a shame that Gun Owners of America doesn't feel that way.
We also have the Gizzard Gary pin. That's right. You can pin it to your hat. You could pin it to your shirt. You could pin it to your cat.
Kind of
Why
curious
don't
what
you do
sliders look
that?
like the
Let
last
us
one I
know
got
how
from
that.
you.
Do it live. Let's see.
Mhm.
And here's what everybody's been waiting for, because we have 4, count them, 4 zipper pulls for you.
Holy!
Is that a chicken nutsack in your hand?
That's right, 2 of them. Each
Not right
hand.
now. It was earlier though.
Yeah, we won't talk about that.
What did he have
And
to
if-
say on his chin?
And of course, the
That was pretty good.
winner of this giveaway will receive
He
a
is totally ignoring that one.
$10
win.
Chick-fil-A gift card.
What if they're a channel member?
If they're a channel member,
He gets that sack.
double. They get $20 gift card. Heck yeah. Yeah.
What if
this
they're
is-
a dog?
Well, if a dog's a
Hidden
channel member, I don't restrict dogs from being channel members. So we have
So
33.
Bobo could be a channel member?
Yeah, I suppose so. If they have a YouTube channel. 33 people entered the giveaway, 37 watching on YouTube.
Do it now. Do it now.
He says do it right now. All right.
Whoa, why are we doing it now?
Because I didn't want my
He'll
channel.
Billy,
to
I
sit
didn't
down.
He's the boss.
I hate
Well,
you.
that's not my fault. We've been talking for 10 minutes.
I haven't seen Travis.
Oh,
my God.
looky
Christ.
there.
Oh my god.
Congratulations.
This is,
Midnight
protest.
Range TM.
This is-
Hashtag rigged.
this is the worst thing to ever happen.
Just to quote unquote win. Like that's not arranged. Come on.
I only put in. I'm the only one that put in the correct hashtag.
He's out.
Hashtag FT259R because you said Niner. That's the way you spelled it. I win.
This is the worst thing to ever happen.
Yeah. We're disqualifying him.
Rigged.
To make it more comfortable for him, you should make up a thing of pancakes and dip each of those stickers and patches into a pancake.
Mm-hmm. At
You
least
should
squirt
ask
some
him.
syrup in the envelope.
Court.
Yes, at least put some syrup in the
Well,
envelope.
you know what? Just make it easy on them. Just put the dry pancake batter in the envelope. It'll be fine.
Right, totally not fentanyl on the outside. Though.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Definitely
Right.
not anthrax.
Yes, definitely not anthrax. Probably not fentanyl either.
Yep. 100%
Could be meth, but we're not sure.
So Midnight says hashtag rigged.
All right, fine. Congratulations, Midnight Range GM. You're tonight's winner chicken dinner. Enjoy your
Guy's been
Chick-fil-A.
back for like a day and a half, and he wins the giveaway. What
If
the
that
hell?
is in fact your real name.
How do we know it's really Midnight Range TM?
Yep. Could be somebody else.
I don't think it really is. I heard he won the lottery and went to Mexico, so I don't know if it's him.
It's AI posing as him.
Mm-hmm. The robots are G-Web's probably told his robot to become Midnight Range TM. And he just
Skynet.
did.
It's hard to make a robot that's sloppy.
He says, just don't lick the envelope too much.
So before we go into the next segment there, Gizzard, I got a question. So I just had a thought. So if I were to go out and buy
Oh.
like a bunch of Ring of Fire guns, like little Jennings J22 for like $50-$60 and take them to police trade-ins where they're, giving like $100-$150 gift cards for handguns and, good stuff like that. Does that make me in the business of?
Yeah, you definitely would profit from the sale.
They're in the business of.
What if you
because they bought them back from you. You had buyer's remorse.
What if you make slime fire shotguns out of a 2x4 and a couple pieces of pipe?
Right.
Too.
Don't be talking
What
about
if you
about those.
inherit guns and then just try to sell one of them? And you got them for $0, and you try to sell one for $1. You're in the business.
So Travis T says he's a fake if he doesn't join the panel. And
It's going to
Wood
take me
says,
30 minutes to dig this out of my safe.
Wood says it's the wrong Travis. Well, at least Travis won. Midnight says, dude, no shit. 2 days in a row, I had video calls with companies that do restaurant robots that clean or serve food. I welcome my restaurant robot overlords. Wow.
Robots don't spit your
That's
food.
all fun and games until the alien overlords show up too, and then the two of them are warring it out. What the hell are you doing?
Snob.
Knob,
Hit the mute button.
Knob's wrestling a robot.
I can't. I'm away from my thing. I'm just being like,
Hit the
sorry,
mute
I'm done
button.
now. I can't. I'm done now.
Just go cut on the bathroom fan and sit in there for a while. Like Rich for the whole show.
What happened to the new guy? Did we chase him off?
Which new guy?
The one that keeps
Just-
Rich away?
Yeah, the one that keeps Rich. I mean, he's obviously
Oh,
still,
he
it's still
sent
obviously
an email
working.
saying he couldn't make it tonight.
Still obviously working. He kept Rich away tonight too. So
Mm-hmm.
That's
Wait.
all
Did
right.
Sarge just shame me for making noise as he eats his bag of chips every week?
Yes,
And
yes, he
snores?
did.
Yours,
Wow.
yes.
Justin's father's in the hospital, so he couldn't be on tonight. So
What? They don't have Wi-Fi at the hospital?
evidently not.
Okay.
Why are they at the hospital this late?
I don't know.
We know he's not there. He is at home in bed. Or playing Dungeons and Dragons or something.
He could be. All right. So we might have another.
Doesn't somebody have to give the spiel about getting their address to you? Or is he too busy
Oh, that's true.
jacking up his car
Oh, yeah.
and
That's true.
running his air gun to
That's
take
true.
the
All right. Midnight. Send Gizzard a text with your current address, and he will get this mailed right over to you.
He's actually online looking at the Chick-fil-A menu. Picking
Why
out
was
what
it
to
that
get.
noisy to send a text?
I think it's funny that I'm sending a chef a gift card for Chick-fil-A.
You don't think chefs like to eat either?
No.
Well,
you-
I know one
What's
that does.
chicken?
All right. So we have more of the show, don't we, Gun Snub?
Plus, when I worked in a
Well-
kitchen, we would trade with the other restaurants. So you'd have one kind of food, and you'd feel like one other kind. You would just call that restaurant and see if they wanted to trade.
Well, you see, it's like this. So, way back when, we used to do this thing called Show Us Your Guns. It was everybody's second favorite part of the show. Everybody loved it. But then YouTube nuked that for us and said, you can't show your guns. So Gizzard, in his almighty wisdom, he's an amazing guy. And this guy is genius. He says, hey, what if I have these people send an email with a picture of their guns in? Sitting on a table, of course, you know, not holding them because Lord knows YouTube might think that's actually live. But they go ahead and send a picture of their guns to GORN at GizzardGary.com. And then Gizzard would just screen share those pictures, put them right up on the screen and present them. And then we would all talk about them. And then Gizzard would sometimes awkwardly zoom in on them way too close for who knows what reason. But here we go. Anyway, so it's time for that part of the show. So that's right, folks. It's time for Show Us Your Guns.
Guns.
Make sure you email those pictures to GORN at GizzardGary.com.
Guns,
Guns.
Gorn, guns, Gorn, guns, Gorn,
Guns.
guns, Gorn. Send them to me. Send them to me. We want them. I'm going to turn off my camera because you don't want to see me right now. You're wanting to see Gorn. All right.
Gorn.
$20 buys a sandwich and a cookie, Travis T says. He says, I'm going to destroy that sandwich. Said the gift card will be used with the little guy after fishing. It sounds excellent.
Well, you
All right.
can work up an appetite while fishing.
That's right. That is right. Okay.
If
And we
you're
all know
out fishing,
Knight's not a
you-
very good fisherman, so he's not going to catch any fish.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you're out fishing, you think you'd cook up those fish and have them after a day of fishing, but I guess go get some
Yeah,
I feel
if
like
you
he's
had
not
anybody that
busy.
knew how to cook, let's put it that
You
Well,
should
I
go
feel
to-
like he's probably too busy saying inappropriate things to the fish, so they all run away.
He should go to fish fillet instead of Chick-fil-A if he's going fishing.
There you go. Long John Silver's. There you go. So anyway, this first Gorn is from Midnight Range TM. He says, ain't got no Gorn, but here's my sweet stress ball collection at work with me and Gizzard in the back.
Why is Midnight standing right next to you, Gizzard? That's
Mhm.
cute.
I know. Isn't that kind of creepy?
And why is he cozied up so close to that donkey?
Well, you know.
He's got a pizza. He's got a pizza stress ball, but no pancake stress ball. Is this even midnight?
Yep, this is definitely taken over by AI.
Yeah, that
Mhm.
chef's right in behind that donkey. That does make
Mhm.
me a little worried.
Okay, so this might be midnight then.
That's fair.
Well, the chicken's behind the duck.
Yeah. Okay,
That
so
duck's got chicken fingers.
it's true. So we have this from Mr. Bob Dabalina. And he asked a question. He says, it followed me home. Can I keep it?
Oh,
Yes.
dang.
Sure, why not? I'll allow it.
No, it has a freaking
Snob's
scope
eye
on
is
it.
twitching right now.
It is.
If you feed it.
But you guys talked right over the Fud's comment. He was all upset it had a scope on it.
I am.
Why?
I'm also upset it has side ejection because a lever action should never have a scope. I can
Why?
do a side ejection.
It can't have side ejection. It can't have top ejection if it's got a scope on it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
It's a real lever action. It's
All
a
lever
model,
actions should be Winchester Model
not a
94.
Winchester.
Why shouldn't it have a scope? Where's this rule?
Terrible. It's an unwritten rule that everyone should follow. When you have a very pretty lever action, it should never have a scope. It's just
How
a rule.
about a red dot?
No?
Mm.
I mean, if you get one of those hipster modern looking things like Sarge has with all that goofy crap on it, sure, put whatever you want on it. But whenever it's a real man's lever action, you should be able to shoot with iron sights.
Yeah,
Lever
you just
action
want to
thing.
know what side to mount the light on.
Those bumpy things that my grandpa talked about.
And they got to be,
Says
if you're going to have a lever action, it also has to have buckhorn iron sights.
he says it has a see-through scope mount. The iron sights are still in play.
Yeah,
Oh,
get
yeah.
that thing off there. Get that thing off there. You got
That's
two pretty
exactly the same way as my
So
mom.
you think it
set
should
up.
only have buckhorn sights instead of something cool like skinny
Yes.
peep sight?
Yes. Yes.
I agree with Snob on the buckhorn. However, if you live in Northwest PA, it's going to have a scope on it.
You should be able
Knobs
to put a
layer, no
lever
way.
action into a scabbard.
You guys are going to make me go over to my safe and make all sorts of noise again.
You can hit
Okay.
the mute button before you leave.
Too late.
Just like last week when you were talking for 15 minutes with the mute button on.
We have this from Ron 2A Matters. He says, I bought both of these for $300. A GX4 Taurus, never been shot. And the G2C, he's got it all written in the title, so I'm having trouble reading it all. Let's see.
Nice.
Oh, has
The
about
angle just really
3,000.
captures it.
Okay. The G2C has about 3,000. Okay. Pretty good deal.
Heck of a buy. Just don't sell them for a profit, buddy.
That's right. Keep them. Just keep them. All right. So, oh, the hillbilly just sent me the same thing. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you can disregard mine.
Okay, so another one from Ron 2A Matters here. And he says, this is an old timer. Only paid $1 hair for the case and the knife.
Oh my goodness.
Darn sure can tell that. Yeah. Jason Stewart's out there in the chat. Hello, Jason.
Hey, buddy.
Says Winchester in a scope is 1,000 years in hell.
Yeah, because you can't put scopes on Winchesters because they're top projection. You have to use side. I guess you can do a side mount.
Okay, so we got this from Boomstick. He said grenade launcher.
Oh, I like it.
That's kind of cool. Put a scope on that if you want to.
Yeah, it looks like there's plenty of room on that rail. You can put a lot of stuff.
No.
All right, so let's see. Okay, another one from Ron 2A Matters here. He says he's putting everything up in the one with the wooden handle is the Springfield. The one all silver, I don't know what kind of knife this is.
It's for sailing. It's for making tying knots and taking off different knots. I don't know what country though, but it looks like a Navy knife.
Okay.
It's a Marlin
Good
spine
night.
finder.
Midnight has a question for you, Sarge.
Oh, hold on a minute.
He says, Sarge just saw a cop do an illegal traffic move. Should I yell at him? Should I
Yes.
pit him?
Tell him you pay his or her salary, and that they work for you. And that will really get their attention, and they will realize the error in their ways.
And they'll thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So this is from Chris
As long as you
Lang.
stand 10 feet away from him, you can film it.
This is from Chris Lang. He says, putting some of the stickers to good use. 15% better accuracy by adding the logo. I believe it.
I question that.
Now, why would he lie about something like that?
I don't know. Mr. Bob Doubleini's trying to make excuses for his terrible decisions to put a scope on a clever action. Just not working for me.
Isn't there a legal precedent that if you put one of Gizzard's logos on your gun that it becomes property of the Gizzard conglomeration?
Well, no, because then Gizzard would be making a profit and that'd be illegal.
That's true. So Chris says picture 2 of 2, or let's see, 7 out of 16, 4 of 6 at 100 after the sticker install. Well, heck yeah.
Nice.
See, you definitely need a Gizzard sticker.
Mm-hmm.
So Midnight Ranger's going to shoot better now that he has a Gizzard sticker. Sounds like it. Okay, so we have this. This is something interesting from G-Webs.
I made a pancake squeaky toy. I was just enjoying some Crake and some SOAG and some Cavalab and decided to.
How did they get that egg to look like that? That's a strange looking egg. You're pretty talented to make your egg
Looks
look
like a boob almost.
Mm-hmm. I wasn't
It's
going to say that.
It's a pancake eyeball.
Chicken looks sad.
And just the way Midnight likes it, I put butter on the third pancake down only.
Mm.
All right, so far that's all we got. Whoops, we just had one come in, but it's from somebody I don't know, and they did not include their channel name.
Yep. Sorry, email name gets read out loud. That's the rule.
So you need to tell me if you sent some pictures in to me, because I don't know who this is.
Why does Gizzard not follow the rules?
Because I make the rules.
And then changes them.
I make them, I can
That's
break
been our
them.
rule
Might as-
forever. We'll read your name.
Might as well
no
be a
matter what.
Fed.
That's right. All right, so we do have some stuff here sent in the text. Let's take a look at this first one here. This is from Obnoxious One. Obviously a Kershaw.
Mm-hmm.
What
Kershaw
model?
launch.
Did you
A
profit on
launch.
this one, or
No, I still own this one.
It's a push
Somebody
button
profited
auto.
on-
Wow.
Somebody profited on this one. Wasn't me though.
I'm in the business of buying high and selling low. It's not much,
So
but
it-
it's honest work.
So when you push that button, does it just launch out
It
there?
just
like a
launches
big-
right out there.
Sweet. It's a nice looking knife.
Blade's kind of dirty.
there's your email from Black Rifle Medic?
Pardon?
Pardon.
The last comment. is
Oh,
who got
Black
your email.
Rifle Medic did. Okay. All right. So that last email. Oh, never mind. I lied. He had it in the title. I didn't even see it. My bad. Okay. So I'm
he
not
hit it in the
breaking
title
rules.
on you. He just hit it right there in the title.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So there's the first picture.
Well, it's a good thing you didn't just read his channel name out loud because he put it in there and you just ignored it.
I like to say I'm not that stupid. But I'd have somebody challenge me on that, I'm sure.
Well, you just didn't. So, yeah.
I did not
Well-
read his email.
No, but you didn't do what you're supposed to do because you missed it where he wrote it. So, no excuses. You failed
Sounds
us.
harsh to me. There's the second picture.
Does that
Or-
steel have a post sticking out of it? Is it a piece
Appears
of
to.
rebar?
That's
I
when
think
you get
that's
tired.
actually holding it up.
Probably hanging on a rebar, yeah.
Yeah.
And if you do that with a loaded one just right, you can get it to do like this cool pinwheel motion.
It only does it once though.
Well, it might do it a couple times if you get
Haven't
it
you ever
going.
seen True Lies?
The tricky part is getting all the ninjas to stand in a cartwheel.
Okay.
Mhm.
So now back to Obi's stuff here. We have another nice piece of cutlery to show you here. A nice buck.
Did you buy that at Shields
I did buy that at Shields.
in Overland Park, Kansas?
If you say so.
I'm surprised Snob doesn't have the same opinion about this, that a buck can only be a 110.
No, fine with
You
whatever.
can't put
I
a scope on it though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you definitely shouldn't. That's a little overkill.
And can't put a red dot or anything.
No, you can put a red dot on that. That's cool.
You can put the see-through sights on, just not the scope.
So what model is this?
110.
Mm-hmm. Impact.
I like it.
Doesn't it say right there? What does it say underneath the anvil?
It's like
Or is
an
that 34 SA?
It's like an 814 or something.
Gizzard, that was your cue to zoom in.
Yeah, you
awkwardly.
can zoom way in. Oh, 898.
Oh, there you go.
What's that after it? Is that a plus?
That's a plus.
It's a
That's
plus.
that's the year of manufacture. That's how Buck designates their blades. There's a different symbol for each year.
That's true. You have to break the code.
Mom should
All
show a
right.
picture of that buck that I got him. That I picked
Oh,
up
I
for
got-
him.
I gotta go dig through my safe again.
I think
Okay,
Gizzard has a different symbol for each year the show goes on, too.
probably. Okay, so what have we got here?
It's a knife,
It's a knife.
just like a gun.
Mm-hmm. It's an umnumzon.
A what?
An umnumzon. Chris
Okay.
Reeve knife. Means boss in like Zulu or something.
It's a mechanical portion selector.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a black and white picture, or is it a gray knife on a gray counter?
It's a gray knife on a gray tech mat. Not so artsy that I go black and white with stuff.
You don't do the noir.
You switch it to black and white and it doesn't change. It just stays the same.
Except Gizzard gets 50% more angry about it.
Whoa!
Nice.
Spark Blades Palace.
So they're gonna come up with the ATFK so they can control the knives too.
After they got the guns, they can take whatever they want.
Mm-hmm.
There you go, Sarge.
Okay.
Oh yeah, there it is.
So here's
You
our
drop
next
that between
one.
the crack.
It wouldn't stand up, so that was what I did.
Oh.
Just barely touching the crack, barely in it. That's a knife of the pores.
Protect something here.
The rock guy.
Land?
Hmm?
Nothing. You didn't get my joke.
USA.
Okay, so next, now here's your USA.
Some of us still own Microtechs.
Awesome.
I do
Some of
too.
us cared enough not to lose them.
I still have a Microtech also.
Where is it?
It's in the house hanging on my gun pegboard.
Is that straight blade sharp on that too?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. So you got serrated on one side. And
It's a combo dagger.
that's nice. That does say America.
It's been carried a few times.
No, it hasn't.
No, it hasn't.
Okay. And the last one in this grouping is this. What have we got here?
That's a knife.
In black
So-
and white.
It's a Chavez Rendition.
Was that the one big guy wanted?
That's what I was going to say.
Bet that cost a pretty penny.
I got it 50%. So I'd have to get my FFL if I ever decided to sell that because I could get
That's
more
true.
than that out of it.
If the ATF regulated knives.
ATFK, baby. I'm telling you.
ATF is gay. Oh, is that not what you said?
K.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean,
You did fine.
The back
Okay.
effect needs to be to the back of that effect. BATFEK
UK.
plus.
Now from Sarge.
Why are you out there getting that thing all wet?
Because
Must have had it in the water feature.
That's the only thing you ever get wet. So,
because it was raining. And it's a tool. It's a front line. It'll
you're
be fine.
you're artsy going out there in the rain to get the perfect photo on the
Mhm.
creek. Imagine if it fell
least
down in there.
Did you say
did
crick?
not end up in the creek.
That's a quad rail. Look at that.
Look at it.
Does it really rain or just spray it with glycerin like they do with the apples and root beer pictures under the lights?
No,
Funny
it
thing
is
is-
raining.
He actually took that in his perfect studio with his green screen behind him and did all this artsy stuff.
mm-hmm.
He photoshopped rain
I
on
know
me.
he didn't. He hasn't done anything else to his studio in 6 months, so never mind.
Yeah, I have.
He just
Did you like
That's
move
a-
two
that's in
golf
real
clubs
life.
around?
Yeah, pretty much.
Got all the golf clubs out of it.
then he
I
just
got
said,
90% of them out.
Oh,
You know, that
this,
took 3 weeks right there of solid labor.
this one's a live photo. Hold on.
Kind of savage takes live photos.
Sarge.
I didn't realize I forgot to turn the live off. I've now joined the club.
Yes, you have.
I can shoot with pride and honor now.
Both.
nice.
I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of stuff in that kit. It's kind of cool.
Oh yeah.
But you get everything in there, and that
Way
trigger
better
is
than a
really
Glock.
good. They got a lot of stuff in there. It's not quite as ergonomic, it's a little clunkier, but it's pretty cool.
Did you order that? Did you order that comp for it yet?
No, I probably won't. But it is beastly.
Easily, you can put a stock on that thing after you mount the comp on it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Put a vertical foregrip on the front of it.
here's the next one.
Only if you run it right up on the trigger guard.
Mm-hmm. I found that while looking for some 226 magazines to bring to my buddy tomorrow. That is an extended 1911 mag that Cheyenne gave me like 5 or 6 years ago.
That's pretty neat. Is it how long is it?
It is long.
Is it 12 rounds or 13?
How long really? Like, is it like 4 feet long?
It's got to be
30
20 something.
30 round YouTube friendly.
So do you ever seen the trench magazines? Does it look like garbage or does it look real?
Oh, it looks real.
You ever seen a trench magazine?
Mm-mm.
In World War One, when they're doing the trenches, they took a 1911, put a periscope on it, and had a magazine that's like 4 foot long, and they'd shoot it from in the trench, but over the top of the trench. I wonder if that's a real trench mag or not. So it doesn't look like the cheap garbage thing.
Mm-mm.
That's interesting.
I'll look at it a little closer. I'll send you some close-ups of it.
I've got a blueprint. I've never seen one. I've only seen the blueprint type of drawing of it. Like a whatever from like the olden days.
I think it's about. it's over 2 feet long.
Yeah,
it's
I'll bet you that's what
surprising.
it is, dude. If it looks old, does it look like it's from World War One?
Well, it looks old.
Ron Wayne said if you put in your holster, you have to put red flag on the back of it.
Mm-hmm.
Now we have this.
That's just
We've
another
already
picture
seen
where
that.
I know, but I put the different mount on it. It's got the U1T.
So, a serious
It's
question:
not
Did
even any water in it.
with the factory mount, did it not clear the light, or what was up with that?
Have you? You just see the light at the bottom of the view. But have you shot anything that's like raised up to a little over 2 inches?
No, because it's dumb like scopes on a lever action.
It's no, it's the more heads up style.
My problem with it is the price of those dang mounts. I'm a cheap.
Doesn't match what?
The price of the mounts, they're expensive.
That's a U1T. It's not a Unity.
Oh, it's not? Okay.
No.
So is that like an Amazon special?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can find them for the T1 and the T2. You can't find a 193 for the Acro in Chinesium.
That's probably 2.2. It's pretty tall. But once you get used to them, you'll like the taller optic.
In World War One, they used those in a trench to shoot up over the top of it.
See?
Now I think you're making stuff up.
You wouldn't do that. All right, and the next item up for bids here.
Oh God, don't say that, ladies and gentlemen, and any feds that might be listening. Nothing is actually up for bid.
No matter what the host says, nothing's up for bid.
Except for the dog.
Hold on, I gotta get this one's
He
in
poops.
photos.
He pooped inside again today, so you can take a chance.
So he is up for bid.
All right.
Freshly cleaned, at least.
That is another front line. That's a 16-inch with the Zerotech optic setups. I think that'll end up being the home of the Wraith. We'll see.
That'd be a good setup for it.
Okay.
What's this unnecessarily silence while you're corking me?
Because I'm having to open this stuff with photos. That's why.
Because Sarge doesn't know how to send a non-live photo.
Oh, I do know how to send them. I just forgot on some of them. Those are two of my favorite things I got this week.
I like how he has to show it right below his BMW emblem.
I was actually, I took that picture going down the road. I was working, had to run back out. That thing's on its last legs. I'll have to get something different in a little while.
Yeah, I saw the Christmas tree on the dash one day.
Oh, that's just standard on anyone with over 100,000. After the trail I took it on the other day, I'm surprised it still runs.
My work truck has over 400,000. Doesn't have that many lights on.
Okay, so now we're going to show some stuff from the Gun Snob. This is unique. Looks like a pipe.
Oh, it's like a felony.
That is absolutely not. That is 100% legal. And see, I even got some Cerakote on the stock one day when I was Cerakoting something else. I kind of spilt some when I was shaking it.
I can be on that picture out there on the fence post for something sweet like that.
No, if you put a scope on that, is it okay? Or
I don't know, because I just don't know if I would, because that thing's kind of sketchy. It might fly off and hit you.
Might.
Put some more plumber's tape on it.
What are we looking at? How does it work?
you put like
it works really well.
at least you put one strap holding the piece of metal on there.
There's bolts. If you look real close, zoom in on the receiver. That strap's just there as extra precaution. See those two little welds down there? There's welds.
Mm-hmm.
There's bolts welded or nuts welded on there. Welded to this.
Oh, you welded some
bolts
shit on
go?
the little pipe. Sorry. Okay, then it's pretty
Yeah.
strong.
There's bolts going up through the wood with washers on them through the wood.
I like how that makes it less sketchy.
Yeah. Shoot.
What
I got
caliber is that?
It's 12 gauge.
Looks like you've
12
got
gauge? I've heard of shotgun.
maybe $7 in that.
Uh-huh. I got a lot of time in it because
Yeah, it's too
even
much
though they
time.
tell you could just find two pieces of pipes that slide together, you cannot, and you have to actually grind the inner pipe down to get it to fit in there.
Okay, so here's your next one.
Should have used PVC. It's easier to sand.
Exactly. Would have been way faster.
That's sweet, man. Looks so much better with a scope on it.
All it needs.
Yeah, how can
Yeah,
you aim that without a scope?
That's a Winchester, though.
None of y'all ever rode a horse with a rifle, I guess.
Nice knife, by the way.
Yeah.
Buck
My
110
saddlebag
auto.
on my horse took held on my 30-30 Marlin with a scope.
In a scabbard?
Mm-hmm. That's what deer hunted off of. Go right up to them deer on a horse.
All right, so let's take a look at this next one here real quick.
Gizzard can zoom in on the sticker. I turned it that way just so he wouldn't zoom in on the sticker awkwardly. Oh, you don't have to zoom in. You can see exactly what date it is. That Buck Squire from 1990.
Nice.
Sarge found that for me. New inbox. New old
Dang.
stock, I guess.
Why did you grind the blade down into like that triangle shape?
You know. Trying to get a good edge on it.
It's a legit
Some of the
question.
good
I
edge.
tell you.
It's good for chopping up his vegetables and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he cut his bench right in half with it. See, see that crack going all the way down? Did that with that knife. Gotta be nice.
This is the part of the show where I comment to keep myself entertained. Screw you two.
Okay, so
I would ask if you want to sell that snob, but I wouldn't want you to get in trouble for making a profit.
Okay. This is from Boomstick. And he says in the email, he says, tried those fire starters Hillbilly was advertising. Didn't work out so well.
It worked out exactly
it
as
worked great.
expected.
Look like, yeah, they worked pretty good for you, buddy.
Heck yeah.
Oh, great. Sarge is snoring again already.
No, he's not.
Oh, that's the dog. My bad. Couldn't tell the
sorry.
difference.
Ha, 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 ha.
Okay, so we have this. This is from Defense Dad. Just add the snob's conniption fit.
Oh
You
my
go,
God.
Bob.
He's gonna get unreasonably mad.
I know. It's ridiculous. What do you have in a lead sled? Hold that thing in your hands and shoot it offhand. Lever actions aren't made to be rested.
What you
You
should
rest them
do,
on a tree limb or a fence post.
what you should do is show a picture of that Navy optic that they had this week.
And we have this from Desert Rat 136 for Show Us Your Gorn.
Artsy.
Mm-hmm.
That is nice.
Looks like a
Kinda
Cadillac
neat, isn't
picture
it?
or something. I would say it's an H&K catalog picture, but the bullets look like they're in the right way.
That's true. All right.
I really love the way Snob talks about cowboying up and shooting off a tree limb or a fence post when he rounds up his damn cows in the air conditioned side by side instead of a horse.
My side by side is not air conditioned. Shut your
Oh,
mouth.
okay. Sorry.
So that is a valid point. You should be on a horse doing that.
I've
least
ridden a
ride it.
horse or a mule many, many times.
At least ride a cow or something.
Yeah.
Whereas Stacy just rides Jackass.
Okay. So
I mean, just because it's that big. Wait, never mind. I'll just keep my mouth shut.
so we have this
Court
from
could
Ron
be
I don't
Wayne.
think that's possible.
Ron Wayne says from Misty Mrs. Wayne, one on channel members live stream number 1.
It's a nice looking knife. But why did you kill the Gordon with it? That's kind of cruel.
Well, she was going after Minnie Wayne, I think, and missed.
She's going after Minnie Wayne. Is her name Lorena?
Yeah, if there's a knife giveaway and Misty enters, she's the travesty of knife giveaways, I tell you. She always wins.
Okay. And this is, whoops, there's 2 pictures here. This is from Black Rifle Medic. Here's the first picture. email just says brass hoarder. Oh. Anyway.
Nice.
So there's a second picture here. Okay, so there's a second picture. Nice mag case. Looks familiar. All right.
Yeah, I like that.
I like that Magwell on his top stick. I need to get one for mine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, got another one from Ron Wayne here. And he says from Misty Mrs. Wayne 1 on G-Web's live stream. Dang.
Yeah, Misty has all kinds of knives.
Tearing
She's
it
gonna have
up.
more than me soon.
That's
Yeah,
unlike,
you can go buy them. You can go buy them on eBay after she wins them.
That's a Praxis, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Liner lock. Oh no, it's not. That's a button lock.
Yeah, it's a button lock one.
The button lock Praxis. Yeah, that's a correct.
I wish my wood Praxis was a button lock. It makes me sad that it's not.
Okay.
You think Mr. Knives would be sending a bunch of knife pics then?
And then we have this from
Well, he's
Chris
actually
Lack.
made of knives. That's how he got the name.
His knives are all butcher knives.
Oh, okay.
I think he might have seen some of his butcher knives back in the day.
This is from Chris Lang. Tacticat. Just when you thought it was safe to pet the kitty. Available in most back alleys and dumpsters. I like it. All right. And then from Midnight Range TM, he says, this is Sarge's yearbook photo. Get ready.
I cannot believe he found that.
I didn't know that was in a yearbook, but that is definitely hard.
Enough hair.
In his wilder days. Yeah.
No judgment.
What would you even type in to find that?
I don't know. Yeah,
Midnight just has that saved on his phone for no reason at all.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and this is from Jason Stewart. And he says 1.3 MOA at 1,000 yards in 30 to 50 mile an hour wind, 6.5 Creedmoor.
Nice.
I thought he was going to say Winchester Model 94 30-30 offhand.
Iron sights.
That's actually what he meant to say.
No, it's 35 Remington.
Damn autocorrect.
He said he typed in gay mustache G-Webs, so you can search this now.
Now I know what not to search.
G-Webs is going to have his AI create that.
Trying to decide whether or not this last one is a meme, and I'm trying to decide whether or not it's appropriate to put on the screen.
I think it is.
Put on tonight. We just saw one of Sarge basically naked. So go ahead.
It's innuendo. How about that? All right, so here we go. For what it's worth, honey, want to fool around? I can't. I have a gynecologist appointment tomorrow. I want to stay fresh. Do you have a dental appointment?
I was worried about that.
Don't get it.
Wow.
Was that a double entendre?
It might be. Or maybe he was just concerned. Could have just been concerned. You never know.
Colonoscopy?
I didn't say that.
You did, sorry.
I didn't say that. Yeah, you You weren't muted. All right. Well,
You will be from now on, though.
thankfully, that's the end of tonight's GORN, folks.
That's the end of Fowl Territory as we know it.
Mercifully. All right. So let me go ahead and take down the show us your GORN stuff. And I want to remind everybody, after tonight's Fowl Territory, please tune into the weekly 2A wrap-up, which we're working right now, on either the gun websites or the Daily Gun Show YouTube channels. You will be redirected in the text chat at the end of tonight's show. And
Is this
it
because of
is...
Tuesday?
I'm sorry?
Was this because of Tuesday? Retribution?
Oh, maybe.
I feel
All
like
right.
G-Web's could already be halfway done and on his way to bed, but no, you've kept him up late now.
I'm so tired. I haven't had coffee in like 3 days because the electric's out.
So it's time for the last segment of our show, where we go through the panel and ask everybody, what did you learn? And then they have a chance to plug their channels however they want to. So since he needs to get out of here and get ready for his show, let's start with G-Webs. So G-Webs, what did you learn?
I haven't really paid attention to the, the whole thing that came out recently with the sales crap. So while I still think it's a diversion, we can't ignore it. We get better when we learn how to fight this stuff and not just react to it. So thanks for giving me the time to an opportunity to hear something about it from real people and not from, shills and sky is falling people. Appreciate it.
Yep,
Thanks
you
for
bet.
hosting this week. Thanks for the plugs for the store. I do appreciate it.
Oh, well, thank you for being here. All right. So, yeah, don't forget, weekly 2A wrap-up right after this. So let's just continue going backwards through the panel. Let's go with Sarge. What did you learn?
I learned that really long magazine that I have for the 1911 might be real. So I got to look closer at that. That's pretty neat. I thought it was more of a novelty, but it actually might be something pretty cool.
No, it's definitely a real magazine.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true. But it have some significance and not just some.
I mean, but yeah, they made the 90s, they made super long mags for whatever reason for pretty much everything. But they almost always just took regular mags and welded them together.
Mainly for
one long
Miami
piece.
Vice.
So I learned that.
What do you have coming up?
I'm going to do some shooting tomorrow and record some video with the Untouchable 45 with the Frontline Series pistol and rifle.
All right. So look
And maybe I might even shoot with a little pride and honor for the fun of it.
I think it'd be well deserved. All right.
No,
Thank
pride.
you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for the invite.
Speaking of pride and honor, let's ask the gun snob, what did you learn?
I learned some people are completely wrong and think scopes go on lever actions and they're savages and should just leave now. That's all I know about that. And yeah, I did get my Anderson Frontline Series 7.5-inch 300 blackout pistol video shot and somewhat edited, so I'll finish editing that this weekend, and that will go up probably Sunday evening.
All right. Well, thank you for being here.
I wouldn't have missed it for the world.
Of course not. All right.
I mean, I would have been late, but I wouldn't have missed it.
Unlike some folks like Rich White. Anyway, let's go up to the top row. Hillbilly, what did you learn?
I learned that Sarge was a pretty good looking feller back in the day, I guess.
Are you saying he's not now?
Had all the ladies. I also learned that if I send my lever action Marlin off, get the barrel threaded, and put a silencer on it so I can see over it with my scope, a snob probably come unglued.
It might be well worth the time to do that. So you've got some stuff coming up, right?
Oh, yeah. We got Guns, Beer, and Therapy tomorrow night. And since we said goodbye to the Black Skinny Knife last week, we have a new giveaway coming up tomorrow night. So join in and see if you can be the first one to win the new giveaway. And thanks a lot
If
for
you're
having me
one of
on here.
Hillbilly's channel members, you know what that is already.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a secret. So
Yeah.
hopefully we can keep it a secret till tomorrow night. But yeah, thanks for having me on, Gary. I sure appreciate it, buddy.
Yeah, thanks for being here as always. And last but not least, Obnoxious One, what did you learn?
I learned that Midnight Range's Google search results look exactly like I thought they would look.
All right. What do you have coming up?
No, I released my Gideon Advocate video today. So if you haven't seen that, go check that out. Got other stuff coming out next week, and then probably some things as well.
What is the Advocate?
The Prism, 1X Prism.
Oh.
All right. Well, thank you for being here also.
I'm
So I guess
contractually obligated.
that's true. All right. So let me
So
make-
am I, but I still skip half the show. Don't worry about it. He didn't really care.
It's expected of you. That's why you make less than Obi does.
What?
What? I'm supposed to be making something? What? Is he paying you to come on? And that's the only way he could be making less.
Well, half of nothing is still nothing.
Yeah,
You
but you
divided
said
by
less.
0, didn't you?
You said less. You didn't say the same.
Mhm.
No, I had the 2 in the denominator. I did not divide by 0. Anyway,
Son of
But
a-
you can't do that.
I just did. Anyway, so let's get this show off the road. So I want to thank everybody for
Been
watching
off the
tonight.
rails all night.
Off the rails on a crazy train. That's right.
Wants
So-
to put his hand on his chin again.
Thanks to all my viewers on YouTube, Facebook, and X.
What about Twitch? Are you just ignoring Twitch now?
Yeah, I'm ignoring Twitch now.
Okay.
And want to also give a shout out to everybody watching or listening in the replay. Thanks for being out there.
Why would somebody do that?
I have no idea, but for the 5 or 6 people who watch the replay, thank you, or listen to it. Anyway, thanks to everybody out there in the audience for their text comments and stuff. Everybody who sent in GORN, so we'd have GORN. We had a lot of GORN tonight. Good stuff too. Thank you. Thanks to my panel for their normal stellar job in tonight's show, and a
Are you
special
saying we're
thanks-
stellar?
stellar.
Stellar. Wow. I feel special.
You
Stellar!
are a stellar feller. Yes, you are. And a special thanks to all my YouTube channel members for their support of my channel. I sure do appreciate it. Remember, we have members only chats every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central. on
You don't
this
have to be lonely.
That's
Members only.
That's right. So anyway, I want to remind everybody that if anyone tries to infringe on your right to keep and bear arms, give them the bird. That's what I say. So with that, we end tonight's show. I'm going to give my panel one last chance to say goodbye
Chicken
before I
lizard.
play the closing credits. So here we go. Or not.
I
Good
love
night.
it. Absolutely
Good
never
night,
said
everybody.
anything. Chicken lizards.
Give them the
That's
bird.
Steph Rope.
Later,
Night.
Tater.
Great
Night,
job,
everybody.
Tater salad.
2, 1.
That was around there. Midnight.
Wow.
Up there?
Yeah, he's getting a little snarky.
That's a tough
Jesus,
show.
what a train wreck.
What?
Glad this is over.
I thought you were rigged it where Midnight was.
I wonder if they're still out there.
God, I hope
I bet you he's not really going to send it to us.
Somebody's playing this part, are they? Oh, God.
Finally. What's that red thing in the